Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a special video in a way. Basically I am coming out with I'm doing a fall / Halloween release for, the fall season and the Halloween stuff. And I'm a big time Halloween girl. I love Halloween. I was born in the fall, so fall is just my season. I love it. And it's something about the leaves turning and everything to the oranges and the browns and everything. I mean, I don't really like the fall colors much. Like, brown and orange. I really don't like those colors very much, but I love the changes of fall. So it's one of those things where it's, I love the season change. I don't love the colors of the season change as the leaves are changing their colors. But I love the fact that the cooler weather starts coming in, that it's my birthday, it's Halloween. I mean, Thanksgiving is on the cusp of fall and winter, so we got that thrown in the mix there too. So yeah, today's video is going to be part of that fall / Halloween release, and I'm going to be naming these freshies just because, well, I can. The scent I'm using for them is pumpkin pie, so fall, Halloweenish, there you go. One of them is going to be Jack, the Pumpkin King. And the other one is going to be a cat sitting on a moon. I'm naming it the black, it's going to be, for this purpose, it's going to be a black cat because I'm using the color black to do it. But it's going to be, it's, inspiration behind it is Hocus Pocus. I love me some Nightmare Before Christmas. I love Hocus Pocus. I love Halloween Town. I love all of that stuff. I'm huge on Halloween. Anything from the kid movies to the creepy, scary, all of it. Love, 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 love it. So, yeah. Anywho, I already have the Jack freshie beads measured out, sort of. So, Jack's going to be a special one. He's going to be two-toned-ish. Basically, this layer right here, this bag of beads is going to be my middle layer. And it's going to be black. And I mean, it's going to be this color right here. And it's called onyx. So black for the middle color. And then this one, this bag right here, is going to be separated out into two. And I'm going to have this bead on one side and on the other side of the black beads. And they're going to be more or less clear colored because I don't have a white, unfortunately. But I'm going to be putting the black pigment powder on the mold itself so that the eyes and the nose, the eyebrows, and the smile look sunken in, because that's how it's supposed to be. Or instead of doing that, I might just paint it with black paint, which I have. That might be easier, just do the black paint on the actual beads instead of having to do the color. Either way, that's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to split it into two. One will be one side, and then there'll be another side, and then the black layer in between. So it's going to be, instead of just being double-sided, it's going to have two sides and a middle. If that makes any sense. And then this one is just going to be a black cat, same color, the onyx. And I'm using the same scent for all of them, and I'm just going to color the beads themselves black for this purpose. So, and I have never used this mold yet. It looks like I have, but I haven't. Glitter gets everywhere. But back when I was doing epoxy, I did use this one, but it's been cleaned since then. So, yeah. And like I said, it is clean. It's just, everything gets everywhere. And I've got glitter on my hands anyways. So, I'm going to show you my coloring process and everything. So, for the jack, I'm not going to color these beads. They're going to be just put in there like so. So what I will do with that is I will do part of the front, either the front or the back. I'm not for sure which one I'm going to be doing first. Just whatever. So I'm just going to do one clear side, and then I will do the black, and then I will do the other clear side. And then I'll do these at the same time that I'm doing this, because I have to do 2 of these, so I can do this and this at the same time, and this again at the same time. So I will show you that process. So I'm going to show you how I do it all. And also I have already picked out my lanyard, my interchangeable lanyards for these. So this is going to be the one for Jack. It's blues and blacks. And then I also had the one for the cat, but I ended up picking out 2 different ones. So yeah. And I will show you the process on those as well. Set those to the side for the moment. So, I will, I'm going to measure this one out on camera, or not on camera, off camera. But I will show you the coloring process and all that stuff whenever I have that done. And then after I get this measured out, how much I need, I will then be back to show you the coloring process of it, and then putting them into the mold, and then everything like that. So I will do as much of this as I can on camera, but this is going to be one of my fall Halloween releases. And the full fall/Halloween release will take place September 5th through September 9th. So a 5-day fall/Halloween release. So I will be back when I have this measured out. See you soon. Hey guys, so I decided that for this video I want to show you just a smidgen of how it looks for me to measure out the beads that I want to use for a freshie. So, as you can tell, I already have some beads out here on my mold. These are the pumpkin pie scent I'm going to be using for the release of this. But I wanted to show you a little bit of how the measuring out process works. Basically, all I do is I spoon some beads out, and I take my little tweezers here, and I literally just start placing them in the mold, like that. Putting them, you know, in spots to fill up all the, get that one good solid layer down on the very bottom. Minimal gaps. Like that. Pushing them down and like that. This is how, excuse me, hiccup, silent hiccup at that. This is my measuring out process. This is how I measure out roughly how many beads I will need. And sometimes I even add a little extra if I need to it, just in case. But this is how I do it. A little bit at a time. I get it to where I think it looks good, and then I add maybe a few extra beads, like I said, to whatever bag or container I'm using to color the beads in. And then I do that. So when it is time for me to do the coloring of the beads, I will be back. Okay guys, I am back. I have all the beads for the cat measured out. I added just a smidgen extra just on the safe side. So now I'm going to take this bag and this bag and color them with onyx or black. These are going to stay clear, so I'm going to put these over here out of the way. Go ahead and get these colored, and then I will put some of these into here, and then I'll put some of these clear ones into here. So I'm going to color all the beads first, and then we will start doing this. I'm going to take the mold away for the moment, and yeah, show you how I'm going to do this. I mean, technically I could put all this together, but I have it all measured out perfectly, so we're just going to go with it. Okay, so get my spoon here. I do not need much for Jack, so that might even be a little bit too much, so I'm going to take just a smidgen less and add more if I need to, just getting it in the bag. Like you can see, I'm trying to shake off as much of that as possible. I'm going to move this over here, just on the safe side. Close the bag and shake it. I actually want more than that, so I'm going to put just a little bit more into here, like that. And that is perfect. So that's the black for the Jack, the middle of the Jack one I'm going to do. I'm going to set over here to the side, because I'm not using that one currently. Now I'm going to color the one for the cat. Now it will take just a smidgen more than what I took for Jack, so I'm going to add a little bit at a time. Because remember, on this, you can't take any away, but you can add more. So start with a little, and then add as you go. See, I went a little bit darker. So I'm going to take and add just a pinch more. So about that much more. Add it in, shake the spoon off. Close it up, shake it up. For the cat, I want it to be as black as possible. So, that is black as the one for Jack. And that looks pretty much identical. So there we go. This will be for the cat. Clean up my workspace area here. Put my mica powder away. Oh, that felt good. Take my little wipe here that I have. I'm going to wipe the spoon off, get as much of that powder off as possible. It does not seem to want to come off for some reason very easily. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. But I could at least wipe it up off of here. Clean up my tray. Which, not bad for not having washed it with soap and water yet. Which I will one of these days. Okay, so my spoon is as clean as it can get. It's just going to be that way. So I'm going to take and do the cat first. And then I will put the clear beads in the Jack. I'll do it all on camera, and then I will put it in, then I will put it in the oven. So I've already pre-measured this out, so I'm just going to pour some in to each side of the mold, like so. And if it falls out on the tray, that's fine. Set that aside, and I'm going to take my tweezers here, and basically it's the same process as whenever I was measuring it out to do the coloring part, or whatever, you know, the previous clip I did before this. The same process there, only this time instead of putting them into a bag and coloring them, I'm going to put them into the oven and bake them. So, yeah. I'll be back when I am ready to do the Jack one on screen. So give me just a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have the cat one over here done. So now I'm going to take my first layer of clear beads and put it in right here in Jack, in the little mold for Jack. I'm going to take my tweezers that I've been using, just wipe off any extra, and just manipulate them around the mold, like so. So this is how I do this one. Jack will be just a smidgen easier because there's not so many different crevices or whatever you want to call those to fill. Just gonna try and fill up all the gaps that I can, like that. And I'm just gonna take and pat them down like that, just to make sure that they're good. And there. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to add some more, just a little bit more, like so, onto it. And try not to lose any of my beads. There we go. I got it back. Yay! Okay, now, and then I'm just going to take any beads that fell out of the mold onto the tray and everything like that. Just put them right back in there. And same thing. I'm just going to pat them down. Get them as even as I possibly can. Spread it out. Fill in any of those gaps that need to be filled in some more. Like so, all the way around. And any place I see where there's gaps, I'm just going to take and tweeze some, pull some out of the bag with my tweezers, like so. And just fill the gaps in. Like that. So, that looks good for the moment. So these two are ready to be put into the oven to bake. I'm going to do that all off camera. And yeah. So I will be back when these are ready to take out of the oven. Okay, y'all. So I'm back. And I have got these out of the oven. I've already gone through and did the whole finger test where make sure it's done. And use this to push it down. So that is just how clear beads are when they are baked. The smell is amazing though. It smells like pumpkin pie being baked in the oven in my house right now. That is the black cat, as you can tell. Looks really good. Like I said, I've already pushed them down and everything. Now they just gotta cool off. I mean, the clear looks like it's got a shimmer to it, and it doesn't. And I mean, that's just from the light hitting it. So clear. It kind of looks like water in a way, compared to the black. So, I will be back when it's time to unmold these and put the next round in. So, I will see you here in maybe about 5 minutes or so. Maybe less, I don't know, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay. I am back. These are fully dried. Fully cooled down to the point that I can take them out of the molds. I figured I would unmold them on camera with you, put the beads in, the next set of beads in, and put them in the oven, and take you along for the ride for as much as that as I possibly can. So I'm going to give you one small update about this mold here. I'm going to be taking and cutting out these little things right here. these little pieces right here. It's not going to hurt the mold or anything else, or anything like that, because I already, these were supposed to be for keychains slash earrings, but I already cut out that part that was up here, and it looks fine. So I'm going to cut these out, and it'll help make it just a little bit better, instead of having a big gap right there. It's just part of the moon anyway, so it's fine. So I'm going to unmold these, take these out, and I'm going to cut these off camera. And then when I come back, whenever you see this mold again, these will be removed. So I'm going to do them, I'm going to do Jack first. I'm going to move my tray over. I'm going to flip him over and show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is the mold. This is the beads, this freshie beads. You can see the divots where his eyes and his little eyebrows and his mouth is, and his little nose. So those, can't really see them with that. Here, there we go. There you can see it better. I'm trying to make it so you can see. Those will all be colored in with black paint, so those will be noticeable there. So I'm going to do one more clear one. I'm not going to do the clear one until after I do the other part, because then I can, yeah, so I'll be putting the black into the Jack mold next. So I'm going to show you how these pop out on camera. I just take and go around the outside edge and then just kind of pop them up like so. And then I take and just literally bend and pop, because these are kind of tiny, and this is why I will be doubling them up, because if I don't, then yeah, so and basically it would just be like this, be doubled up just like that. So I might, so like I said, I'm just going to take and cut these off. I will just use a pair of scissors to snip them off, and then use my little X-Acto knife to kind of even it up a little bit. But see, like I said, I did cut the keychain whole thing off up there, and it works just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get that done, and then I will be back when it's time to put in the beads. Okay, so I'm back. I got them both cut out. I got one trimmed up. I'm going to do the other one on camera so you can see the process. I just take my little X-Acto knife here, which, by the way, I got this in multiple different blades, little knife blades from Dollar Tree, and I love it. So definitely worth the money from there. And I'm just taking and just slicing what little bit did not come off whenever I cut it with my scissors. And that's all I did, was I just took my scissors and I just snipped it. So now there's no damage to it. I mean, minimal. The only thing is you can see the cut marks, but you can't even really tell on the freshies unless you're really looking. So it won't do anything to it. It'll just make it where that one little hole is no longer there. So now I'm going to take and do the black portion of both of these really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do the cat really quick. I'm going to show you part of the process again, and then I'm going to do the rest of it off camera. It's fine if some of them, you know, go in like that. It's perfectly fine. That's why I do this on my tray. so that I can allow for little messes. As long as they don't go everywhere, then this is perfectly fine. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm actually going to announce something. This video will be in partnered or collaboration with two very lovely ladies that I am very happy and proud to call my friends. They will each be doing an unboxing review type thing on these freshies that I am currently working on. We are collaborating together to bring you this. So this video is my part of the collaboration, and I will have all of their info and links and stuff down in the description box. But I wanted to tell you which lovely ladies I will be collaborating with on this. I'm going to be collaborating with AliceLynnMartin, or just Alice, and Brandi. Alice from, give me just a second and I will find her YouTube name. I'm literally going on my YouTube to my videos to find everything that I'm looking for. So, give me just one small second here. And I will be teaming up with, that's not the one I'm wanting. Like I said, Alice and Brandi, their YouTubes will be in the description, but AliceLynnIlovebeingaGrammie and Brandi from Brandi's Unboxings and More. Those are the two channels that two ladies and their channels that I will be collaborating with on this. So this is my video, my part of the collaboration. So to see theirs, you will have to go and check out their channels, but that's perfectly fine. I will have both their channel links in the description, like I said. So if you want to see their review, their unboxing and stuff for this collaboration of my fall Halloween release, I would just go to their videos or their channels and watch those videos. And I'm hoping to have these sent to them by this weekend, send them out so they get them next week and they can get their videos up and done. But again, just check out those two, and I will have their links in the description, like I said. And I am very proud to call myself their friend. Very proud to be their friend. They are wonderful, wonderful ladies. And yeah. So not only are they doing this collaboration with me, but they will also be unboxing and revealing and reviewing other stuff I'll be sending them. But they are helping me with my fall Halloween release by doing this as well. So Alice is getting the Jack and Brandi is getting the cat. So I just want to point that out as well. So I'll, once again, I know I sound very repetitive on this. I will link their channels in the description box and all that, so you can check them out. And Brandi and Alice, if you're watching, thank you guys so, so much for doing this. I cannot wait till you guys get these and do your part. Cannot wait to see your reaction and everything. And these are yours. These will also be yours to keep as well, to use in your car if you want, or to give away to a friend or whatever you want to do with them. So thank you again to you two gals, and I cannot wait to see your reactions. Okay, I'm going to finish doing these, and I'll be back when it's time to put them in the oven. Okay, I got the cat one done. I got all the gaps that I see that are big enough that needed to be filled. So now I'm ready to go and do the black portion of Jack. Man, I got so many different words in my mouth that are coming out. Jack, cat, black. Okay, so there we go. All those beads are in that. I'm just going to take and do this and just make sure that it's all there. And I had leftover beads from this bag doing the cat that if I need to, I can add more beads to Jack. Apparently overestimated what I was going to need for this, but that's better than, yeah. So I would rather overestimate than underestimate, because if I underestimate, then it means I don't have enough at all. Overestimating means I have extras that I can use just in case there's not enough. So like that, I have a couple spaces here that I didn't have enough beads to fill, and so I added some on top, just like so. Now just get them all patted down, and okay, that's pretty good. Now these ones will sandwich on the backs of these like this whenever they're done. Whenever these come out of the oven, I will press them down slightly, and then I'll just add those onto it like that. And the same with this little Jack here. What I will do is I will put it on there, if I can, make sure it's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is facing the right direction really quick. I'm just going to come in here and make sure that the eyes are right there. Right here. That's where the eyes are. So all I have to do then is just take this, when this is done, just take this little piece right here and just line it up like that on there. I mean, if it's a little off, it's not going to matter because then it's going to be black anyways. But that's how that would look. So you would be able to see the black. So these are ready to be put in the oven and baked. And so I'm going to do that, and then when I come back, it'll be time to put these on here. And I will show you that when it's time. Okie dokie guys, here we are at the oven, taking these freshies out of the oven. Gonna close my oven. Sorry for the play-by-play with the words. I'm going to take my little spatula here, and I'm just gonna press them down like so. Do the finger test. Ugh. Ow. Tray's hot. Do my little finger test. Make sure nothing's coming up. Nice and hot, but no, nothing's coming up. So I'm just gonna kind of show you the process of pushing them down, getting them, try to get them away from the edges. And now while they're still hot, I'm going to take and put the extra pieces on like so. So 1 cat, 2 cat. This is really hard to do one-handedly, but okay. Now Jack. Find his. Okay, so I'm trying to line this up as much as possible, which I don't know if I did or not, but So his eyes are right here. So now I'm just going to take and just smush that in to the other beads that are still in the mold, still hot from the oven. Now I'm going to just take my little spatula here and press down just a little bit harder with it. I'm not pressing down too hard to where I'm, doing anything that's going to hurt anything. It's light pressure, it's just pressing hard. I mean, nothing's coming out, so I'm just going to press around the edge, and then the middle, like so. And now I let those completely cool and take them out. These ones will be done. This one I have to do one more clear layer and then it'll be done. And then all I have to do is paint the face on each side of the clear layer for the jack, and then just add the beaded lanyards. So I will be back when it's time to unmold these and do this one for one last time. See you soon. Okay, I'm back and I'm ready to do the last part of these. Well, at least the baking part. I'm going to unmold these, and then I'm going to unmold this, and then put these in there. I already somewhat did it. I realized one thing on Jack is I messed up just a little bit when I put the clear on to him. The eyes are just a little bit off. So the eyes are technically under the angel wings part right here where it says the brand where I got the website name where I got the mold from, instead of to the slightly to the side. So he's a little off kilter, but that'll be fixed whenever I do this. So I'm going to unmold him really quick so you can see what I mean. So here's the clear side, and here's the black side. You can see here's his eyes here versus here. They kind of make a little bit of an X. But still looks good. I mean, even if I left it like that, it would still look good. But I want clear on this side as well. And I'm hoping it'll work. So basically, it'll be doing another one and just putting this on top of there. So I'm hoping my idea will work. So I'm going to clean them up, obviously, before I do it. I'm going to unmold these as well really quick. And excuse any noise you hear. We are experiencing a slight thunderstorm here today. And I obviously getting some on camera probably. So see, this is what I mean by I cut that little piece off, but barely noticeable with it. So looks good. And so here's this one. Just pop it on out of there. Well, that one had a little bit of a divot, but that's okay. See, things like this, that's perfectly fine. Because it's not going to make it any less usable. Now, if I wanted to, I could easily take and do another layer and put them, like, make it to where, it's going to be like Jack's would be. I don't want to, so we're going to leave those like that. So I'm done with the cat. So I have 2 of them. I'm going to be sending one of them to Brandi, and I'm going to let her tell me her opinions on it as well. So those are. They're both double-sided. That's how thick they are. And all I have to do now is add the interchangeable lanyards. And remember how I said that I had ended up making 2 out? I'm glad I did, because I just realized as I was doing this that I had 2 freshies with 1 mold. So I need both lanyards. So I have 2 lanyards, one for each. So there you go. And I will show both these lanyards done and on here so you can see how they look. So one of these will be going to Brandi, and one of these will be available for sale. So there's that, and then of course Jack's as well. But I have to do the clear layer again of Jack. So I'm going to get a wipe and show you how I clean my molds while I'm using them. So I just literally just take a wet wipe, same kind of wipes I use when changing my son's diapers, and just clean up the mold. See? And it takes off any color residues you don't want. And then I can take my thumbnail, little YouTube humor there, and get off any glitter or debris or whatever I don't want in it, and good as new. At least temporarily, until I can wash them with some hot soapy water, which will take off the rest of the residue. So now, let's just get this on here. And get them in the oven, get it baked, and get it all done. So I'm just going to add the rest of the beads in here. Same process as always. Remember, the eyes are right under the angel wings on the sides, so there we go. I have angel wings. So here, I'll turn it so you can see. I have the angel wings lettering right up here at the top, and then the eyes are right underneath. So as long as angel wings are on top, the eyes will be on top as well. And so, yeah. At least I learned that making this. So again, the cat will be going to Brandi, and Jack here will be going to my other good friend, Alice. And I think this one might be just a little bit overfilled. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. It'll work out in the end, because then with being overfilled, it'll smush into these when I'm going to do it. So that'll work out perfect for what I want. See, doing this, it overfilled it. And I mean, I am not really doing anything. I'm just tapping on it. So now I'm going to go put all these back in the mold, fill those gaps up, and then, yeah. So I will see you guys when it's time to put the lanyards together and show you me putting Jack together. So I will put Jack together and then I'll do the lanyards. So after this has been baked and everything, so basically as this cools down, after I get it baked and put Jack together, I will do the lanyards. I will show you, at least show you the beads and stuff I've picked out for the lanyards and what I'm doing special for them. Because there's also a little bit of a specialness to the lanyards for this release as well. So, and like I said, it is thunderstorming here. I mean, I love the weather. I don't mind it, but it would be nice if it's not do it while I do a video. That'd be great. Okay, so I'm just going to move this bead right here to there. And then just push them in like so. Okay, so this is now ready to be taken over to my oven and baked. So I will be back when it's time to put the jacks together and show the beads for the lanyards. Okay guys, I'm back. Jack is officially finished. The bottom is a little bit less clear than the top, but that's okay. I did baking this mold 3 times. So I've got the cats here. I got Jack here. I'm going to unmold him in just a minute. He's still cooling off a little bit, and it's okay if I unmold him, kind of thing. But while he's cooling off just a little bit, I'm going to show you the lanyards I'm going to be making for the cats. I am not going to be making these lanyards on video just because I've done it so many times on video. Plus, I am experiencing a thunderstorm at the moment, and I don't want to lose my lighting, as in I don't want the electricity to go off while I'm on video, because that would just kind of, suck. So I'm going to show you the beads I've picked out for these lanyards. I only had string for one, but I'm going to be doing black string for both of them. It's just, black. Kind of work with it. So I'm going to take and show you these beads that I've picked out for these lanyards. Separating them out. Each goes to its own side. Like I said, it's currently raining. So that goes right there. That goes just there. That there. Okay. I've got. I have to add a couple of beads to this one, but other than that, so I'll show you the beads I have to add to it in order to make it the right way. But other than that, it's fine. So right now, I've got for this one, I hope you can see that. I have to add these rainbow. I'm calling them rainbow beads because they're shiny and rainbowish. So one of those, I add 2 of those and 2 of these to this one over here. So both lanyards will have those style beads. For this lanyard over here, I'm using this blue bead, blue pearl style bead. These beads, they're just iridescent blue beads, clear but blue, see-through. I'm using these blue beads as well. They're kind of clearish. As well as these clear blue beads, or see-through blue beads, not clear. Blue beads, not blue beads. Blue beads. So I'm using, basically this is going to be all blue. Well, this is going to be blue and black over here. So now I got these 2 pretty chromy pearl beads. And then I'm using these little rhinestone spacers around this bead with these. So it'll go with that. So for these ones, I've got this blue, black, and silver bead here. And for the smaller beads, I'm using blue, a lighter shade of blue, and then a silver. And like I said, also these on each one. And then this is a black spacer, black rhinestone spacer, just like the blue one, only in black. And each will have a black string as well, and they will both be interchangeable, so they'll both have a lobster claw clasp and one of these eye screws. That is for the cat. Now, I'm going to put the one I'm putting for Jack on Jack right here in the middle. Put Jack right here so you can see him. And then after I show you this, I'm going to go off camera and get it all done, and then I will come back and show you the finished results. So for Jack, I'm doing something a little special just because I can. So all of these freshies will have black string. As you can tell, my light is flickering, so I'm hurrying up as fast as I can. So for Jack, the only thing that's different than this black cat over here is the fact that I'm using a lighter blue bead here, I'm using the same grayish silver bead, and then I'm using a black pearl bead. Same black spacer, rhinestone spacers. Same these beads on both sizes, or supposed to be both sizes, but it's not. It's just that one size, but that's okay. The eye screw, the obstacle clasp. The only thing that's going to be different about this one is the special part. Is I am going to put the letter J, and it does have J on both sides, on it for Jack. That's the only thing that's going to be different. So it's going to be like, the J will be right above the obstacle clasp. So it would be right here on top like this. That's the only thing I'm doing that's different. So I'll be back when it's time to connect all of these to this. But first, I'm going to show you Jack. So here's this clear side. Oh, and Jack will be painted the next time you see him as well. So here's this clear side. You can see the black in between. And here's this side. Like I said, it's not as clear. You can see a little bit better detail than over here. But they're kind of starting to look the same. But so all of this will be painted black when you see him again. And I will I'll attach all of the lanyard, all of the lanyards will be done to the point where I just have to attach them to each of them. So here is Jack, side A, side B, and then the black in between. Makes them look really good, doesn't it? I like it. So again, I will be back when it's time to connect all the lanyards to all these freshies. Okay, so I am now back, ready to finish off Jack and the cat freshies. Here's how Jack looks now. He's all painted and nice. And I'm going to show these, my lanyards I made. This is for one of the cats. The other one for the other cat. And then Jack's is right here with the J on it. That's how it'll look. Now all I'm going to do now is put them together using a lighter, these, my needles, pliers, and my screw hooks that go into them. So I'm going to first do Jack. I'm going to put it right here. Just trying to there we go. Put it into the black layer between the two clear ones. Screw it in a little bit, unscrew it a couple times, and pull it out, and the spot's right in there. Now, just gotta heat it up a little bit. Just enough to melt the freshie, just a smidgen to put this in there so it has a good stick. That wasn't good. Hold on just a second. I gotta do this over here off camera. Find that spot again, and now it will go in there just like that. and then just screw it in like so. And then use my nose pliers to screw it in the rest of the way, a couple of turns, and that looks good. Now I'm going to take Jack, the one for Jack, the lanyard. I'm just going to, if I can get my thumbnails to work, like so. And I'm going to do the same for the cat, only, well, actually, not all this, it's all the same process, so just find a place that's going to be thick enough for it, and just screw it in a little bit, unscrew a couple of times, and make that spot, heat it up. I'm going to be putting them all together on camera, so they'll all be done the same way. And then find that spot again and gently push it in, and then just twist it on like so. I'm going to do, sorry, didn't mean to get that out of frame. I'm going to do one more spin around like that. And then I'm going to add a lanyard to it like so. And cat. Got one more to do, so let's go ahead and just do this one on camera as well. It's find a spot. I'm actually going to go right here on this one. I'm going in between where the layers, where I put them together. So it's kind of like right in the middle. Just to make sure that there's enough to do it. And this one, for some reason, just wants to be very finicky. See? Finicky. That's okay. I see the spots, so it's fine. Same process. Heat it up. One side, then the other. Back and forth. And then just find your spot. Push it in. Screw it in the rest of the way. Until you get to the point you like, or it looks like it's going to be good enough. Like that. I make sure it's going straight with the seam, like that. And then just add the lanyard, and there you go. That's that one. I'm going to put you up just a smidgen so you can see it better. So there's this cat, and there's this cat, and here's Jack. Okay, And that's that. I will add pictures to the at the end of this, and I will see you guys in the next one. So, see you soon. Bye.